Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, BSA engine. I've been saving this for a special moment. That special moment's now. I can't sleep. Just not in a bad way, I'm just thinking about everything. So excited with how things are going and I'm getting on with stuff and my mind's a million mile an hour at the moment. So I thought rather than lie there, look at the ceiling any longer, I thought, you know what, BSA engine's going to be quiet to do. I'll come up and do that. So, bit of an update on this. Since I mentioned it a few videos ago, I've been putting oil down the bore through the spark plug hole and turning it as far as it was going. And I've basically left it soaking there for a few days now. And I've just put it on the bench, turn the engine, and it goes all the way. Yeah, it's free. What do you do? I'm sort of still leaning towards popping the top off at least, just to have a check over it. Because, you know, I don't know how long this engine stood. Maybe if Mark does watch, he'll know and he'll let me know. But maybe it stood so long, I don't know. It's strange how it was turning a bit. Basically, the piston was getting about halfway up the bore before it'd stop. So I think I am going to pop the top off and check it out. For the sake of a couple of gaskets, I think it's worth doing. Rather than get all the bike done, get it in, start kicking it over, and we have a major problem on our hands that could be solved at this point. So I think I am going to pop it apart just to be safe. It'd be quite devastating if something happened to it when I could save it at this point. So I'm all tucked up at the corner. It's all nice and cozy in here. Yeah, I haven't got a lot of space at the minute. Have a look at this. I can't even turn around in here. We're a bit packed. I can't be bothered to put them outside. I wasn't sure what the weather's doing, so I wasn't going to put nothing out. I've still got to do jobs on the KTM. That's had a flat front tyre since July or something like that. Just haven't had time for it. So I've still got to do the front tyre and do the fork service. I've got everything for it, just not the time. Typical of your own bike, isn't it? You never get a chance to do any of the big jobs on them. Still undecided what to do with that yet. I really am. It's just not been used for months and months. Don't know. We'll see. Right, I've just took that little cover off there. The rods are going up and down when I turn it over, so something's working. I'm going to pop the covers off and go from there. I say I'll just order some gaskets for it. So I'm at least going to take the top off and have a look at the bores and everything. Bore. I also don't think I'm going to be in the good books when Trace wakes up. I don't know. I got an alarm on this shed. Well, outside. You should come anywhere near this shed, an alarm goes off in the house. You much as put your hand over the back fence, the alarm goes off in the house, and I forgot to turn it off. So, because I was up here, I don't know how that went. I'll find out later on in the morning. Them gaskets look a bit homemade. Proper gasket paper, not a cornflake packet. It's a BSA, it should have a cornflake packet on it. This one's got the valve lifter in it for the decompression. Wouldn't be an old engine if it didn't have an odd screw in there, would it? It's very clean in there, which is good, obviously. Right, let's have a spin round now. I can see in the tops. Yeah. Valves are operating. Let's leave it in that position if we're going to have a look inside. Right, luckily everything's coming loose fairly easy, because the spanners that should fit this are actually a bit sloppy. So I'm just going to take my time. Couldn't find a C-spanner for this top here, but I've improvised and it's actually coming loose. What a terrible thing to do, but it beats smacking them around with a screwdriver. Why haven't I got a C-spanner that fits this? There we go. Yes. That's good news. There we go. That's that loose. There we go. Right, that I believe should lift off there. Off she comes. Well, it's cleaning that in. There's like some sort of grease in there. I know I've been putting oil down it, but this is like a thick grease. Mm. That horrible browny red grease. What the hell? Oh, it's like thick grease. Nice. Why would you grease a piston? And there ain't just a little bit of it either. There's a lot of it. So I haven't put like massive amounts of oil down there, just, and it was a light oil as well. I've never known anyone to gunge a piston in old manky grease. Unless someone's doing it thinking it's going to be stored for a long time, I don't know. This won't hurt it, just a bit of normal polish. Major stain as if something clattered the piston before. Right, I think I can see what was doing it. I'm just going to carefully wipe this out. And I reckon it's from standing for so long. What I can see was about where the piston was stopping when I was trying to turn the engine over. And obviously the bit of oil I put down it, it's 3D one. Let me have a look. I will put the camera down and show you in a minute. My torch stays on. So it's got a big crust mark so far down the bore. Obviously the piston was hitting that, not allowing it to come up any further. And obviously with me soaking it in oil a bit, it's eventually managed to glide past it. Might get away with cleaning the bore a bit, but I'll certainly put it past Mark, see what he wants to do. I know what he's going to say, but I'm still going to ask him. See if I can get the camera over. I'll try it without light first. So let's just get that about there. Is like a ridge of crust. Don't worry, I am being careful. I ain't gouging the bore or anything. And that was exactly where the piston was stopping. I don't know if you can see it. That was definitely where the piston was stopping. So there we go. Someone's obviously been in it, and the valves have been cleaned. You know, it's not fantastic, but someone's definitely been in there. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's not bad for an old engine. It's just strange it's got that bit of crust in there. Obviously, I just don't know how long the engine's been sitting. I guess Mark won't know, so he's just bought it off someone. They could have had it sitting for 20 years. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, what I'm going to do for now is just place it back together. Let him know, unless he watches this video, he'll let me know, to see what he wants to do. I don't think it's bad. I've seen worse. And I believe it's just from sitting with a piston in that position. And it's just gained that crust. That's what it looks like to me. I know what he's probably going to say. The engine that came out the bike, by the way, was hilarious. And it didn't fail, it kept going, but the wear in it was amazing. The gearbox output shaft was like stirring porridge. The engine had that much slop in it, it was unbelievable. If it had been something modern, it would have threw up every single warning light going on the dash and gone into limp mode. But the damn thing kept going, he kept riding it. Like I say, this is just a bits of bike. It's just a bit of fun that and he's just come across this engine and was just going to do a simple swap over. And he's probably going to say, see how it cleans up, let's see how it runs. Which is fair enough, it's his decision. But I'll still ask him, see what he wants to do. You know, the perfectionist would probably have all that apart, board, new piston, new valves, lapped, everything, all the seats done, the lot. But this is just, you know, a bit of fun bike. It's not an original, like I said before, it's completely made from bits. It's never been a sort of a bike out the factory original. So I think he's going to say, clean that up best as you can, let's see how it runs. Which is fair enough, it's his, but I'm still going to ask him first. Anyway, at least we know what we're doing it. I'll say, I'm going to place it back together and see what he says. Anyway, just a short one. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.